my final project presentation. My app is called WhaleQuest, and today I'll be walking you through the completed prototype. WhaleQuest is an interactive whale watching and marine research app designed for scientists, enthusiasts, and educators alike. In this presentation, I'll demonstrate the core features of the app. I'll also highlight the design choices and show how user feedback has helped shape the final design. This is the main screen of my app. We'll start from top to bottom. So first we have the search bar users can use to search any specific whale that they're looking for. We have the simple navigation menu up on the top right hand side with all the links and the features of the app. And then we have two fully prototyped whales for this app. One is Orion and the other is Eco. So let's start with Orion. You can click any of these icons to actually see the specific whale. Here is an information card that lists his name, species, and as well as the latest ping for that whale. You can also view full tracking data, same thing with Eco. All of the information is here. Before we get to the full tracking, let's look at the basic information. So if you click here, this is Eco. You get a basic video of that whale, and you also get a quick bio for Eco and all the information that a user would be looking for. If you scroll down here, we have Eco's track status in written format. We have the full tracking button. You can also compare and analyze his tracking information with other whales. And at the bottom here, we have a community card where you can comment on the whales or post your latest trip, so on and so forth. So let's go back and see Eco's full tracking data. Here is the track. Ideally, you'll be able to zoom out and see the entire thing. We have a scrollable date selection on the right hand side, and you can click any of them to see where he was at that specific date. And then we have the basic information here, like the latest ping, tag location, speed, so on and so forth. You can also compare the data with other whales, like let's say Orion. So these are the two travel logs. You can actually just see Orion's information. Or we can see all of them and select which one you'd like to track. We also have a list view for all of the sighting. You can filter by whale or by year and see all the information here. Same thing. You can select a whale to track. So let's say Orion. You can also compare with Eco and see all of their information, or filter by year. You can also search track dates if you'd like. And next we have the trip information. Here you can see track current ferry and see the next trip. So let's see the information for the current trip that's happening. You can see how much they've covered, how much they have left. You can see all of the marine sightings during the trip, the arrival, departure, so on and so forth. And then users can also select a specific category or see all categories to choose from. And I'm going to select the winter, early spring. And we have all of the basic informations like dates for that season, typical sightings during that time, and as well as the reservations and refund policies for the tours. I'm going to select the 4-hour whale watch tour. Here is the basic information for that tour. Users can actually see the duration, meeting location, things like that, what to bring. They can also see the costs through an in-page navigation, review, and frequently asked questions for that tour. So once you're ready, users can click book dates, select a specific date, click next, choose the number of adults that will be, or users that will be on the tour, and then you can click cart and check out. Then we have the learn page. Here, let's start with the explore 3D view, but users can actually search content through this navigation bar. They can also search by category, but let's start with this one here. So ideally this would be an actual 3D model that users can interact with. They can zoom in, scale, rotate, things like that. So we have the basic information on whales in generic. So each whale has a tail and a head, so on and so forth. Or you can actually select a specific whale to learn about. Like let's start with the orca. Here is the killer whale anatomy. You can zoom in, you can open the accordions, or you can actually navigate through the in-page navigation here. So let's look at pictorial flippers. And then you can also learn about them through this button here. You get the basic information and another filter and navigation here that you can actually, so let's let's check out where they live. And you can go back up to top, and we also can access the 3D models through the anatomy button over here. Same thing here. If you go back to 3D, you can also compare it with the humpback's model over here. And last but not least, we have the shop in our app. This here, users can select their souvenirs or their gift items or anything. They can select from the featured items, or they can see, they can check out some of the collections here. So let's look at one of them. I have 2 completed, so hoodies is one of them, and then you can actually filter through the icon navigations up at the top. Pullovers, zip up, oversize, or just see all of them. And then for the featured menus, we have multiple options here. Let's start with the backpack. You can select the size, color, you can check out the details, and then add it to cart. You can also customize a product. So the tote bag, for instance, you can customize the design. Either you can choose your own and upload from device or phone. You can see the details, or you can select one from here. Then you can click add to cart. You'll see all of the items that you've selected and the payment information. Click continue, and this will be a scrollable section basically where you can select which card you want to pay with and click pay. And that is the completed prototype for my app WhaleQuest. Thank you for watching.